Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about something kind of fun because this is a somewhat secret, but also somewhat very big update in regards to the PlayStation 5 that we're now slowly getting information on out from. It's somewhat like a little bit leaked, but also somewhat expected if you kind of go and dig more into proper white papers and such like that. So very fun little video we get to go and talk about because it's a very good positive for the future of the PlayStation 5. And what am I going to be talking about? What is this big update? What is all this crazy news? Is something that's actually already been now applied to some PlayStation 5 games already, and we're actually seeing the results on top of that, which is actually really cool. So we're going to go dive into the actual news, show you guys what the actual we're talking about in the first place, and all these major updates as well. If any of you guys are brand new, I hope you guys are having a very nice and relaxing holiday weekend. If you guys want to be subscribed for Sony news or Restock news, we'll actually have some more Restock news all throughout today as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, either for the giveaway or for news or whatever. Leave a like if you guys enjoy these types of videos. We have the Amazon links down below for the disc and the digitals. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll drop this week. We also have the Twitter and Twitch streams, the link down below if you guys want to go and follow the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, and also Coinbase. You guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. As always, link down below. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go dive into the actual news itself. So, as I mentioned, this is actually kind of a pretty big and somewhat secret update with the PlayStation 5, but we're now finally getting confirmations that it does exist. It's being implemented, and apparently also very easy to implement too as well. And this is, I'm probably going to go and sound crazy throughout this video, but bear with me, kind of hear this ramble. I think it's kind of important. Is on machine learning. Now, you guys might be thinking, what do you mean scrubbing? Basically, we've actually now had multiple different confirms from the actual Spider-Man Miles Morales, the PlayStation 5 version, that they are now able to go and use and utilize machine learning to basically make every game run better, make the lighting smoother, make the body textures better. And one major thing that they try to go focus on with this for the Spider-Man game is more so also the muscles and body texture of the actual Spider-Man character themselves. So more so kind of think like if you go and you move your arm, realistically the lighting does kind of go and change. Or maybe you're like in a dark room and someone smacks a lamp and the lamp kind of is moving around. You can kind of go and somewhat use machine learning to essentially make this a little bit more smoother, make it look more dynamic, and make it more realistic. So I'll kind of give you guys more of the rundowns over here. We'll actually show some pictures too as well throughout this video. We even have people that are literally like, the character technical director over here. We have Josh DiCarlo, who are basically going confirming like, hey, so basically people are asking like, hey, what's going on here? What's with these poses? Like, how are you actually making this actually go work? And then basically we have them going and finally confirming, hey, it's actually just machine based, as well as also with other things too as well, because I'm not sure if they have NDAs or how public this is. It was mostly assumed that you could theoretically use machine learning to go use a PlayStation 5 technology to make it better, but it was not actually publicized. This is kind of like the first, at least in my opinion, or at least from what I've seen, the first dev confirmation that you can utilize this technology with the PlayStation 5. So good examples over here, like, hey, any more details you guys can go and share. Not sure how specific I can get with specs for now, probably under NDAs or it's not too public because this is kind of just coming out now. But you are correct in the assumption that all final deformations are resulting via machine learning interference at runtime on the PS5 hardware. So this is confirming, like, this is to me very big updates, especially if you kind of have like the console have time to go and develop more, so even utilize things like ray tracing technology as well to make everything crazy. Like, it's cool, like, it's awesome. So there are no blend shapes, skin decomps, or traditional tricks of the trade. Nothing against that. So basically, this is confirming that basically all these major updates that we're seeing up in Spider-Man, the Miles Morales, is based on machine learning. And I think maybe a good kind of cool thing to point out note is from the actual white paper from the RDNA architecture, which is basically like AMD's card. This, like, don't worry, this is like just technical stuff for like a minute. Basically saying the new RDNA architecture is optimized for efficiency and programmability while offering backwards capability with the GCN architecture. So basically it's kind of going and saying that all this machine learning that we could utilize throughout these internal consoles with the PlayStation 5 GPUs is basically more efficient, as well as also easier to program, or more so for things like ray tracing, or even what we're seeing right now with these body textures or machine learning, more efficient as well, which is huge. It still uses the same 7 basic instruction types: scalar compute, scalar memory, vector compute, vector memory branches, export and messages. However, the new architecture fundamentally reorganizes the data flow within the processor, boosting performance and improving efficiency. So this is very, very big to kind of note in terms of how well they can utilize this to make it more efficient, but as well also for machine learning and basically making it a little bit bigger. So I think my webcam was in a weird spot for that. But anyway, and also to kind of give you guys more updates and more of the confirmations on this. Spider-Man Miles Morales' new muscle upgrade uses machine learning. An update to Spider-Man Miles Morales adds machine learning technology to Miles' muscles formation, according to the lead character developer. The new Spider-Man Miles Morales update for the PlayStation 5 upgrades the muscles of Miles' character models for certain suits with machine learning. Although Spider-Man Miles Morales also released on PS4, that was also arguably the best PS5 launch game, which I agree, this game was amazing. Same with Demon's Souls. Developer Insomniac Games has only released a handful of post-release updates for the semi-sequel spin-off to 2018 Spider-Man. That was actually back in December. They also added ray tracing, which kind of once again kind of goes into like them utilizing the actual better technology in the PS5 to actually make everything run better and more efficiently. And I think the major upgrade once again is the focus on the machine learning. So basically, this performance mode with ray tracing lets the game run at a solid 60 frames per second, with the fidelity modes more realistic reflections, which also kind of goes into the actual machine learning, because it also works on reflections, as I was saying, about water effects, etc. Aside from the more marketable resolution and frame rate numbers, the new generation of consoles has differed from their predecessors with technology that is more suitable or subtle, like more realistic character models, textures, lighting, and reflections. That's what I keep on kind of touching on, that if you have machine learning able to make this more efficient and better, this is one of the biggest potential upgrades that really wasn't that marketed at all, and we're kind of more so finding out about it now. I mean, there's even articles about people kind of like confirming it, and also you guys even saw the Twitter confirmations from Josh basically saying, yeah, we don't know what we can say, but we used it, it was good, this is big stuff. And these are kind of like the first AAA games kind of coming on out and also being updated, so it's kind of why it's more, I think, of a bigger deal, if anything. The new additions to the games in the PS5 and Xbox consoles are what really makes games have a more next gen. As developers get more comfortable with these new consoles, these features will look better and more apparent, which is kind of true. It's kind of nice that we even know that they're there. And then this is kind of what I was showing you guys before with Josh DiCarlo, the lead character, technical developer at Insomniac Games, posted side-by-side screenshots from Miles Morales photo mode, showcasing the updates to Miles' muscles and the difference it makes in how Spidey's suit falls on his body with machine learning technology. Miles' new muscle builds are difficult to see unless there's a comparison photo of what they used to look like to a photo of the update. Insomniac added support for Ziva RT, a real-time machine learning technology that aims to achieve close to film quality shape deformation in real time. This is all with machine learning too, so we don't have to go and do anything more specific on the internals, which is huge. This is huge. So basically, DiCarlo explained in a reply to another tweet that Ziva RT takes Miles' character model, the bones, muscle, fat, skin, and all, along with the materials of his suit to stimulate how they would fit a real person frame by frame. Miles Morales update received last week, which added the new advanced tech suit to both the PS4 and PS5 versions of the game, as well as a new muscle upgrade to the PS5 version. The update also improves stability and lighting issues, once again lighting issues as well, found within the game. Previous updates have added save transfers from PS4 to PS5, fixed post-game day and night cycles, and fixed various bugs. It's always interesting to get breakdowns of new technology from video game developers. It's easy for small details like this to get overlooked by fans and developers. No, I'm not overlooking this at all. This is awesome, especially for the future of the console. So it's cool that Insomniac is adding small touches and even new technologies to Spider-Man Miles Morales, a game that came out months ago. Even more surprising is that Insomniac implemented this kind of update and the PS5 frame rate boost to 2016's Ratchet & Clank, while the studio's next game, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, is coming out in a few months. I had to give them kind of big claps on all of that too, because that's just nothing short of impressive. But I think this like hidden kind of like update going on with the actual PS5 is actually insane. Though it's kind of funny that the very first comment's just difficult to see the differences overall. So I've kind of more so noticed myself. I keep on noticing more on kind of the body. The body does look a little bit more on the natural side. Let me kind of move this down. You guys can leave a comment down below if you guys see any difference. As I mentioned, I think we more so would want to see this more on pure PS5 games and also more things in terms of like lighting, water, etc. I think those are more the big important things to notice on. But for me, if I kind of go and stare at the body, it actually does look a little bit more on the natural side. A good example is maybe on the stomach, where it kind of looks more on like the chubby side. Like the body looks slumped, not that athletic, etc. The body almost looks more perked, if that makes sense, on for this. I also think kind of a good example too is a little bit more on the lighting as well. This kind of seems more blocky, and this seems like it has a little bit more on the extra fade mixed on in. So it may not be the most obvious, but more so anything you guys can kind of go and see in the long term is better. And as I mentioned, probably the more major focus is more on lighting, water reflections, like looking at actual like a pond below your feet, water like bouncing on up, etc. And also machine learning maybe for that type of stuff. Imagine maybe like trees moving. You can more so go and code that to have more of a natural, realistic feel, or same with like grass, etc. So that's more so I think we guys want to focus on as well. So overall, this update, this like kind of like secret update that we didn't even know that the PS5 had, very, very cool. Very, very big. Also very cool to kind of see in action already with a launch title. Now we more so want to keep maybe on the lookout for this throughout the next 1 to 3 years or so, because that will also let us go and have major development teams go and make and utilize this more machine learning in the future. So very, very cool news to get to go and talk about. I hope you guys all enjoy. We'll also have some more restock news on the channel later on throughout today. So if you guys like these types of videos, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, or be subscribed for the PS5 giveaway. Leave a like if you guys enjoy. Definitely leave a comment down below your thoughts on all of this. I think it's very cool and very nifty, especially now that we're actually seeing it more so we're actually running on our next gen consoles. As always, the Amazon links down below for the disc and digitals if you guys want to check throughout the weekend, the Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys want to go and follow. Drop an Amazon Prime sub or whatever up on the Twitch if you guys would like. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money, and Coinbase. If you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys up on the next one.